Coming back, children. So now we'll see graphical representation of linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. Okay. So linear mean we know already the polynomial with a degree 1, correct? Quadratic means we know the polynomial with a degree 2. So here the polynomial with a degree 3. Now graphical representation. So first we'll talk about linear polynomial. So the general form of linear polynomial in the format of ax plus b. Ax plus b is a general form of a linear polynomial. So casually we'll write y is equal to ax plus b, and it represents a straight line. It represents a straight line. So what we'll do, for example, if you take 2x plus 3, it is a linear polynomial. So we'll write y is equals to 2x plus 3, and we'll make a box. So here we'll write x 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, here we'll make it y. Here we'll write coordinates x comma y. X comma y. If you substitute 0 in the place of x, 2 into 0, 0 plus 3, answer 3. Now the coordinates are 0 comma 3. X comma y I have written, so x value 0, y value 3. So answer 0 comma 3. It's a coordinate. Okay. Next, x value 1. Look at 2 into 1 plus 3. 2 ones are 2 plus 3, answer 5. Correct. So now points are 1 comma 5. Now x value 2. So 2 2s are plus 3. 2 2s are 4 plus 3, answer 7. Answer 2 comma 7. Correct. Next, x value 3. 2 3s are 6 plus 3, 9. 3 comma 9. Now what should we do? Now we have to locate these coordinates in coordinate plane. That is only can call it as a Cartesian plane. Correct? Now just I'm making a rough diagram. Its origin 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, x-axis. So if you look at x maximum value is only 3, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 enough. Look at y max value 9, and if you look at upper side positive axis and downside downwards negative axis. So 9 no. So I can take each one 2, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now if you try to locate 0 comma 3, if you look at x coordinate, 3 comma 4 is a coordinates. Am I right? So first one is can you call it as x coordinate, second one y coordinate, and the first one can be call it as abscissa, and the second one can be call it as ordinate. The combination of both can be call it as a coordinates. Okay, so the first one belongs to x axis, the second one belongs to y axis. Okay, let it 0 comma 3. Here x coordinate complete is 0, so this point lies on y axis. So y axis 3, the gap between 2 and 4, the midpoint of 2 and 4, 1 comma 5. Okay, 1, and the 5 gap is nothing but 4 and 6, the between 4 and 6. Next 2 comma 7, 2 and 7 is nothing but the gap between 6 and 8, and 3 and 9, 3 and gap between 8 and 10. If you look at, if you try to join the points by using ruler, if you extend the point will be touches x-axis a certain point after 1. Correct? No? Yes? So now simplify 0 of the polynomial of, we are just verifying it. 0 of the polynomial of 2x plus 3 is, we'll write 2x plus 3 is equals to 0, because we want to know what is the x value which makes the total polynomial 0. Now 2x is equals to minus 3 and x is equals to minus 3 by 2. If you write in decimal form, minus 3 by 2 means nothing but 3 by 2 nothing but 1.5. That means the gap between 1 and 2. Correct? No? If you draw exactly with the help of a ruler, definitely the line passes through the point, that is 1.5. So what did you got here? I can say here the location is, look at how can you coordinate the location? If you write coordinates of location, we can write minus 1.5 comma 0, because the point is on x-axis. The point which is on x-axis, their y coordinate is completely 0. For example, if you want to locate the point here, there the coordinates are 1 comma 0, because we are talking about x-axis. Correct? No? On x-axis y coordinate is 0, on y-axis the x coordinate is 0. For example, if you want to locate the point here, now the location of the point is x value completely 0, y value minus 6. The location is 0 comma minus 6. Got it all? Now look at, it is x coordinate 1.5 minus 1.5. Here the line is passes through the x coordinate, and we also can say that minus 1.5 is ZOP, 0 of the polynomial. At the same time we are saying 2. One thing is, it is a point on x-axis, and next one is, it is a 0 of the polynomial. That means for every linear equation, not only linear equation, for every equation, how many zeros you are getting, the zeros is nothing but it's a point, it's a coordinate on x-axis. Okay. Now we'll go with the quadratic equation. Yeah. So x square plus 5x, x square plus 5x plus 20. Oh, it's get too long. So shall we take simpler to understand? X square plus 8x 12. Okay, let it go. Yeah. So now it is a quadratic equation. Correct? No. Yeah. Now it's a quadratic equation. Now we should find the zeros of the quadratic equation. Correct? Just to put it aside, and before that, now I'll write a general form of a quadratic polynomial. Yeah, the general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Correct? Yes. Now I can write that is y is equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Correct? Now this is a polynomial, and this polynomial quadratic polynomial now. So the graphical representation of quadratic polynomial represents parabola. And the direction of parabola depends on the value of a. If the a value is greater than 0, the parabola opens upwards, like the diagram. If the a value is less than 0, the parabola opens downwards. That means it gets reversed. Maybe. Yeah. Might be like that. Now, what did you understand? I said 0 of the polynomial is nothing but it's a point on x-axis, the line which cuts by straight line in a linear equation. Am I right? But in the quadratic polynomial, we got it parabola. Now, the 0 of the quadratic equation is nothing but here we'll get a 2 zeros for quadratic equation. Am I right? 2 zeros is nothing but 2 solutions. Solution means if you substitute whatever the 2 values, the total polynomial will become 0. Got it? Now if you look at the parabola also touches the x-axis at two different points. Correct? So in the diagram, this quadratic polynomial has two solutions, two zeros of the polynomial. And look at here also. Yes, when you start trying to represent the quadratic polynomial graphically, so three cases we can face. Case 1, what I can say? Case 1, I can say the quadratic polynomial may has two zeros. I'll erase it. Yeah. So if you represent a graphical representation of a quadratic polynomial, so three cases happens. The first case I can say two zeros. The second case 2, we can say only 1 0. Yes, in case 3, no zero. Correct? Now remember, quadratic polynomial graphically represents a parabola. So zeros is a x coordinate. Wherever the parabola cuts x-axis, that is the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Okay. So two zeros I said. That means in the diagram, a parabola cuts x-axis at two locations, at two places. It's y-axis. Correct? Or the second case, the parabola may touches at two places. It's x-axis. Correct? Same, in case 1, we face two situations. This may happen when a value greater than 0. This will happen when a value is less than 0. Correct? Here, the both intersecting points of parabola and the x-axis, intersection points of both parabola and x-axis called zeros. So here I said two zeros. I can locate it 2 points even. Correct now? Next 1 0. So same, if you locate coordinate place, the parabola may touches x-axis at one place only. Correct? One and only. Yeah, at one place only, x-axis. Same, when it is a greater than 0, when a less than 0. Correct? Next, no zeros. That means the parabola may move without touching x-axis. The parabola may exist without touching x-axis. Okay, the parabola doesn't touch the x-axis. So here no zero. The same thing happens here also. X-axis and y, same, parabola. Yeah, parabola hasn't touched x-axis. So here the zeros having a relation with x-axis, with x coordinate, because whatever zero you are pronouncing here, the same things get has a x coordinate at the location. Correct? Alright, we'll go with the graphical representation. That means now we'll see how to represent graph of a quadratic polynomial. Okay, so you may know many ways to represent the graph. So now I'll take only one. Yeah, this is a quadratic polynomial, 3x. Okay, now I can write that all has is equals to y. So now first we have to make a tabular form. X 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, 6 values we got it. So I'll start from 0 1 2 3 minus 1 minus 2. So these numbers we have taken randomly. Correct? Here to make a table, many people will use many methods. So here I'll say one of the method. I said already y is equal to x square plus 3x is 3x plus 2. Now here already we have taken x value minus 2. So some of the people will do y is equals to, now we are talking about minus 2. Yes, the people will substitute minus 2 in the equation and they'll find the value of y and they'll write directly here. Correct? Now instead of that, I'll tell you one more. These three terms are right in the tabular form. These three terms are right in the tabular form. First one, x square. Second one, 3x. Third one, plus 2. What equation tells? We know the sum of these all is equals to y. Am I right? So here I'll write y. Here is equals to, I have written y. Okay. Plus 2 is a constant value. Okay. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Okay. X square minus 2 whole square. Answer 4. Correct? 1 square. Answer 1. 0 square 0. 1 square 1. 2 square 4. 3 square 9. Correct? 3 into x. 3 into minus 2, answer minus 6. Correct? 3 into minus 1, answer minus 3. 3 into 0, answer 0. 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. 3 threes are 9. Correct? Now, how can you find the y value? Y is nothing but sum of the x square 3x plus 2. Correct? Look at sir. 4 plus 2, 6 minus 6, answer 0. Next, 1 plus 2, 3 minus 3, answer 0. Next, just 2. Next, 4, 6. Next, 10, 12. Next, 18, 20. Now we'll write x comma y coordinates. Yeah, first one, x coordinate should come first. Minus 2 comma 0. Correct? Next, minus 1 comma 0. Correct? Next, 0 comma 2. Next, 1 comma 6. Next, 2 comma 12. Next, 3 comma 20. Correct? Now, graph side. Y-axis. Look at x max value just 3. 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2. Okay. Next, y max value 20. Correct? So I can take 5, 10, 15. 20. So approximately we'll look at this parabola. Okay. Now minus 2 comma 0. Minus 2 comma 0. Look at y coordinate completely 0. So this point lies on x axis here. Next, minus 1 comma 0. Here also y coordinate completely 0. Okay. So it lies on x axis. So here. Next, 0 comma 2. X coordinate completely 0. Y coordinate is 2. So may here, because the total gap is 5. Correct? Next, 1 comma 6. 1 from here, 6 means just before the 5. 6, 1 comma 6. Next, 2 comma 12. Yeah, 2 from here, 12, just about after 10, 12. Next, 3 comma 20. Yeah, 3 and 20 at final. Now, it's not a straight line. I said it's a parabola. So you must to diagram the curve diagram. Yes, parabola. Yeah. So if you extend, it will move some more height. Okay. It's a parabola. So this is a way of representation of graphical representation of this one. And to verify zeros, now we'll factorize x square plus 3x plus 2 and we are talking about zeros, am I right? So we'll write a 0. Correct? Now x square coefficient here nothing, so we'll write a 1. So we'll multiply the first and last. 1 2's answer is 2. Now we need the factors of 2 and we should get midterm. What is the midterm? 3. We should get 3. If you add, we should get a 3. If you multiply, you should get a 2. So I can take a 1 2's 1 2's 2, 1 plus 2, 3. Now this one I can write a x square plus x plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is nothing but 1x. I don't need to mention 1 specially, correct? Now x square means x twice. So x we can take it common. X plus 1 and here 2 common, no? 2 x plus 1 that is equal to 0. Now look at x plus 1 is common in both. So if you take x plus 1, then outer terms xn plus 2 plus 2 is equals to zeros. Correct? Now again x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0, that is nothing but x is equal to minus 1. Next, x plus 2 is equal to 0, that is nothing but x is equals to minus 2. So here the two zeros, even if we verify also we get the same values. Okay, and this is a way to make a tabular form for graphical representation for quadratic equation. Okay, got it all? Can you try one? So after the video you may try this problem. Yeah, you may try this one. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.